Okay, so I'm here with Aidan and we are creating a repo because the first technique that I used wasn't working very well, so I'm going to redo this video. I'm in GitHub. I'm going to go down, I'm going to create a new repository. I'm going to call it something like test repo 1. And this time I'm actually going to initialize it, because that was the problem that was stopping us, because it wasn't initialized on the remote server, and therefore it was causing us hassle. So this is the way that we're going to do it now. We're going to make sure this checkbox is ticked, and then we're going to create repository, which is done. And then we're going to go to our command line, and I'm going to cd to the folder that I want to. So I'm gonna cd. So I'm now in the folder where I want to. This is the thing, right? I'm going to create a new folder on my computer where I'm going to move all the code in, but once I've initialized the repository. So this is creating a new folder. So here is my collection of folders where I keep all my code, and I'm going to create a new one there called make.test repo 1. In fact, if I do this right, I don't even need to do that, because the computer, when I pull this down from the remote server, it will do it automatically. So let's just try doing that and see if that works. So git pull and the link. It will ask. No, shouldn't even ask. Unpacking objects. There's not really very many. There's just a README. So that should be done. So let's just list now, and we should see test repo 1. Or did it not do that? Did it do it? I can't find it there. Hang on, cd test repo 1. No file or directory. I don't know if it did it. Hang on. I'll pause the video and have a look. So I'm going to try that again. This time I'm actually going to make the directory. I'm going to make the test repo 1. And then I'm going to cd into that directory. And see, there's nothing in there at the moment. Then I'm going to git pull from the remote repository. It will pull it down. And now if I list in here, there's nothing much in here. It says it's already up to date. Okay, so it claims it's already up to date. So if I now add stuff into that folder, if I go to a Finder window, and I go to my htdocs, and I move something in. So I've got my test repo 1 here with nothing in it. And if I move stuff into that folder, if I move stuff, say, from this thing here, whatever this is, some project I was working on before, if I move that in to here, copy, paste it, and then I go here and I do git add everything, and git commit and I need to enter a message adding files, and we need to quit that, and then if we push that up to the remote repository, hang on, I need to push this up to the remote. Push this up, git push to get the link there, test repo 1, git push the remote repository, and it's going to ask for my password, username, password, and hopefully it's counting the objects, it's compressing them, and it's pushed it up. And what it should see up here is a refreshed screen with all the files that I've added. It's kind of gone a bit wonky because it's added a file called test repo 1, and that's because I pulled it down to the root directory first rather than pulling it down to the directory that I wanted it to be in. So we now have a solution on how to do this with Aidan, which I'm going to go away and do, and hopefully this video showed you how to do it. What we did was, I'll draw it out, paintbrush. What we did was, first we initialized a repository here with nothing in it. Then down on our computer, we created this is up in the clouds, and this is down on our PC with our little old us typing on it. That's supposed to be a PC. I know it doesn't look like anything like it. We create a folder on our PC, and we then pull. It's just an empty folder, we pull the Git down. So we just do Git pull. That's the first command we do on the Git bash, and then we copy in all of our code files once we've done that pull, and then we do a Git push back up. And if we follow those 3 steps, that's the quickest way to initialize a repository which is all synchronized between our computer and the remote one. And from then on, we'll be easily able to just commit files and pull files down without any kind of errors, hopefully. So go away and do that if you're watching this. Cool.